Your and your opponent's last fights were very, very bloody, and during this media session, Khalil mentioned that he's not expecting to have any blood on his face. What do you think is going to happen on the 21st? What are your thoughts about it?
If he's not expecting to have any blood, then he's not really ready for war, and he don't really understand what's in front of him. So he can expect that. So whenever I open his face up and he starts to see it, then we're gonna see what he does and how he reacts then. This guy gets hit more than he hits anybody. Like that's literally a stat of his whole career. Like that's a wild statement. That's wild. But you know, he said a lot of delusional things. He's hanging his hat on the fact of, oh, I lasted longer than he did against Pereira. We have other common opponents. One that I knocked out, one that knocked him out. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, it is what it is. Whatever he has to do to sleep at night, whatever he has to do to get himself up to fight and get himself in there, I'm good with it. It is what it is. He's already made up a fake beef with himself, so weirdo.
Daji better be ready. He better be ready. He better be hungry. He better be not resting on his morals and think this is going to be an easy fight. He's in for the hardest fight of his life, and I hope he's ready for that. He said I'd have to kill him, and that's exactly what I plan on doing. And if he slips up for even 1 second, if he has any lack of focus or lack of judgment, then I'm gonna kick him as hard as I can with my shin against his head. I'm gonna swing a baseball bat as hard as I can towards his head and separate him from his consciousness.
With the Ilya versus Charles fight?
I think Ilya, man. I think he's going to be way undersized against Charles. I just don't, unless Charles can sub him, maybe if he hurts him, but it's going to be tough, I think. Because Charles gets hit a lot, you know, and Ilya puts people away. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, 32. Great. Perfect. And then once it tells us your numbers, if you just stay on there for it, sends like an electric current through all those electrodes, and it tells us fat mass, fat-free mass, and total body water. Pretty cool.
Hey, shut the fuck up.
¿Qué te estás haciendo? 50 sombras de Grey.
1.71. To the work that you've done this camp, your skeletal muscle mass, it's literally off our charts.
Not good, huh?
There was a moment in my head where I was like, he's throwing so hard, you can catch him and knock him out right now. What a statement that would be. You can knock him out right now. Then I remember the last time I had that thought. Round 5, Salt Lake City, Utah. Leon Edwards, he's broken. You can knock him out right now. There's a minute left. I'm like, yeah, I know I can knock him out, but let's go ahead and use this footwork.
You talking about every round, he took me down, kept me there. I couldn't get back up to my feet. I'm looking at Mike Beltran like, bro, come on, stand us up at least one time. Let me get back up to my feet. Like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I feel so embarrassed, man, because of that loss, you know? I feel so humiliated, man, because of that loss. But at the same time, I gotta bow my head. Usman showed me who he was. That night, it really showed its levels to this game.
Buckley is only going to get even more dangerous from here. I took him down, big brothered him down there a little bit, but the one thing that I love from him, Buckley never quit. He stood up every round, still wanting to throw. I was relatively surprised by his gas tank. I think he has been working his wrestling with Nick Simmons. Unfortunately, just not well enough, especially when you're getting knockouts with your hands. I fell in love with it. Once I started knocking dudes out with my hands, I fell in love with it. But hey, Yeah. It's something that you have to have at the elite level. If you want to be a well-rounded, fully complete fighter to deal with any style, you have to be able to stop takedowns, get to takedowns yourself.
I believe you were offered a title fight against Ankalaev for 317, right? You turned that down because you wanted to obviously focus on your schooling.
Yeah. Look, I'm studying like this university like for right now 3 years. This magister, everything is settled, everything is good. I'm after the fight. It's a little bit time, so right now I'm focused for this target. What is right now most important, the priority, and right now is that school. So whatever can happen, fights or whatever, this is on my first place. To win the title fight. To win the fights. But right now it's open, and I'm already preparing for that. So that's why he's a big mouth, and he's a big mouth guy.
You think it's him or is Ali on Twitter?
I don't care really. Right now, I really don't care about that because he did enough to stop him, to take him seriously. You know, this is not how the champ have to
speak.
The speak, he will put himself down by himself just by this nonsense talking.
What does that timeline look like for your next fight?
August.
Okay, that's not that's soon.
August, October, something like that.
Because I believe he keeps saying Pereira isn't going to fight him. So
my manager is trying to still keep negotiate this fight with Ankalaev. Let's see if Pereira will fight with him, or I will fight him or somebody else. I'm focused for the Ankalaev after that.
Got it.
I'd like to ask about you on the Pereira-Khalil fight. We've seen you in the crowd, and you seemed a little bit bored while watching this fight. Are we going to watch fully prepared Jamal this time? Are you going to make it different than Khalil did with Pereira?
I didn't say that the fight was boring. It wasn't to that. That's just what I expected to happen. That was what that expression was. I expected Pereira to go out and do his thing against Khalil, and he did. For the most part, like, don't get me wrong, Khalil did well in that fight. He showed more than what people expected, but for me, if you actually look at the fight, Pereira owned the fight start to finish. So it's just kind of what it was. It was just what I expected.
Ilia Topuria, who's fighting Charles Oliveira at the end of the month, like, that guy is insane. That guy's knocked out two of the greatest featherweights of all time, Volkanovski and Max Holloway. Nobody could knock those guys out in featherweight before, and he did it. And he did it, and he made it look easy. You know, he made it look like they're like he's just on another level from everybody. You know, and then now he's moving up to 155 pounds. He's like decided he cleared out that division. He's moving up. Like, he's
insane.
Insane. There's guys like that are just their level is above everybody else's level. And with Ilia, it's everything. It's his submissions, his kicks, his punches, everything. He can do anything. I mean, he does everything perfect. All his technique is perfect. And he's driven and ultra confident. You know, this is an amazing time for the sport, man. It's a crazy time because these guys that are coming in with like one fight in the UFC, they look like world-class contenders, like, right away.
This is the worst hand job ever. Stop it.
Ngannou is cornering him, and he's wearing like UFC shit. Like UFC, obviously. Like, do you think there's any like negotiations going on there or anything?
I think Dana gets things done, you know, and I think business speaks before emotions. And Francis present himself in a humble way, and I think that he could very easily be back in the UFC.
So you think there's a chance that he ever comes back to the UFC?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. You know, Dana White's he's one of the best sports minds
Yeah.
in recent history for a reason. And money talks. Francis brings eyes, and I'm sure Dana will be interested.
But I feel like also like I'm good friends with Dana too. Like he's done so much for me and like our whole crew that I can't even explain. But I also feel like once you piss him off, you're kind of on that list.
Yeah, he can be a little. I mean, I feel like I'm a living example.
And I feel like Ngannou's kind of on that, where it's just like.
I feel like I'm an example of like, you know, people, they grow and they mature, and time changes things. Time heals all. And I mean, there were moments in my career where I felt like Dana absolutely hated me, and now I feel like, you know, he's a big advocate for me.
Why? This is business. This is my sweat. I know, but I did business. Shut up! Shut up! This is business. Hey! I invested the money. Stop talking! I will kill you. Sorry.